What the deal? What the deal? Yo. Look for y'all to get in here. It's late night. Up grinding. Charlin' too. I'm getting DMs talking about, man, why you don't be on that much no more, man? Tell them, bro, I got a life outside of social media, man. Some of us do. Some of us got a life outside of social media. You know, but tap in with y'all when I can. Plus, I've been working on this new record, so it's coming this year. Definitely dropping this year. I've been seeing everybody going bonkers about the Cybertruck situation, about how dude wasn't supposed to be in the truck, and how they said they ain't match up with his kid, and I didn't know them Cybertrucks you had to have your DNA though. That's wild. I don't know if I'm gonna drive some shit that I need my DNA for it to move, or they use my DNA to fucking move, basically. He lying. And these motherfuckers is buying them bitches like. I'm sorry. It's just I don't want. The other day I was riding, and I just noticed this too on the GPS on the ride. It keep track of everywhere you're going. Did y'all know that? What's good? What's good? What's up? What's up with y'all? Yeah. We in here. We in here. Let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all know that y'all GPS is in y'all cars? Keep track of where y'all going? Did y'all know that? I just found that out. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I didn't know that. I swear to God, I didn't know that. I just found that shit out. That your GPS keep track of everywhere you go. Did y'all know that? So you can get in the car and basically type and figure out everywhere you was going. That's wild, bro. I ain't know that. What's up? What's up with y'all? I see y'all tapping in, blowing in this motherfucker. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Hit them likes, though. Hit them likes, though. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I ain't on that Cybertruck shit, man. They keep motherfuckers DNA, man. I don't know about that. That's a little weird. That's a little weird. Right, I would use railroads too, my boy. People don't fuck with railroads. My new album is called uh was Money Train. It's my new album. hmm Yeah, I don't know about that one, bro. I ain't with that shit. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I got in there. That motherfucker told me where I was going for the last 2 weeks. I said, oh, this is what the fuck? Bro, you got 5 names. Andrew Anderson. Oh, it was alright, homie. It was alright. It was alright. It was alright. It was all good. Another day you wake up, it's another day you can try, you know? What's up with y'all? How was your day, though? Nah, I ain't got Vimo. I fuck with the railroads though. What's up with it, pimp? Los? Pennsylvania Railroad official channel. Yeah, man. Yeah. I fuck with the railroads though. They're the only ones you really don't hear crashing that much. Planes go down, cars go down. You really don't hear shit about the railroads though. Big back it. I don't put nothing on my nose, nothing in my arms, doggy. But peace be well to you. Good looking. Thanks for the subscribe for sure. Yeah, I really don't fuck. I don't put nothing on my nose, nothing in my arms, dog. I don't even like tissue in my nose. I hate it going to the doctors because they like to stick you with needles. Then good looking, pimp. Oh man, fucking around. Reporting high levels of cursive language. That's funny. I don't even know what that means, bro. Can you please do my right now? I don't even know what that means. Good looking, pimp. Hit that motherfucker for your boy. I'm in a tribe. I own my own clothing company and my own record company. I own my own apparel company too. I'm actually in my clothing store right now. I'm just in my studio part. Go check the page. You'll find out which one it is. Hey, try to make a living the best way I can, bro. It's better than the streets. Good, for sure. I appreciate that, man. Tap in next time I get on. For sure, man. Nice talking to you too, man. You said, let's see my studio? I done put my studio in here like a million times. Mm-hmm. About a million times. For sure. You rap or something? You can actually book studio time with us, for sure. But yeah, I did not know that, bro. That fucked me up. That my shit. I said, whoa, this shit crazy. Ha! That's what's up, man. Yeah, come fuck with just the real shit over here. I don't be on that fake narrative shit, man. If we post something inside of the horse's mouth, we don't make up. I don't give my opinions on our channel. We do not give opinions on our channel. Fuck all that. Shit weak. The whole internet is about opinions, man. Sometimes you need to put facts on this motherfucker, you know? Yeah, for sure. Happy New Year. I seen he was born 1965. I want to live. I don't want to do both. I would rather not do any of them motherfuckers. I want to do both. I want to live. Fuck all that. Right. Everybody want to die, man. I don't know why people want to die so young, man. They think you dying young makes you a goat or some shit. Oh, you own the railroad. Oh, that's what's up. I might want to pick your brain, man. I know you made hella money owning the railroad. Whether or not it went bankrupt, uh, somewhat. Sometimes I get on here just to fuck with my viewers, man. You know, pay tribute to them. What? Pittsburgh Railroad's no longer exist, so they ain't got a railroad train out. They ain't got a Elm track or nothing out there. I mean, it been. Well, I know the steel mills and all that closed out in Pittsburgh for real, but I thought they still had the railroad out there. So the Elm track and all that ain't out in Pittsburgh no more, Pennsylvania no more. They close to us too. It's like Pennsylvania's not even an hour away. We became Penn Central. Okay, I heard of Penn Central. I never knew the railroads closed around Pennsylvania. I never knew that. Like I said, Pennsylvania is like I'm in Ohio, so that's just like right there. Wow, I never knew that. That's something I might gotta look into. That might be a new business venture. Try to bring some type of Elm track to Pennsylvania. So what's your form of transportation? Just bus and planes? That's the only transportation out there? Planes, buses, and cars? But y'all got coal mines out there, right? Nah, but I've been on the Elm track before. Actually, I just was in Pennsylvania like a couple weeks, like last week. We had a show out there. I'm sharing. Man, I ain't even hip to all that, bro. You have to hit me up. You have to get me hip to that. But I thought, damn, so y'all only got planes, cars, and bus. Damn, that's crazy. I thought Pennsylvania had more than that. Oh, how? Mm. So y'all don't have no railroad work out there at all? Damn, I would have thought Commonwealth had all that. All the hills they got out in Pennsylvania. Y'all would have thought y'all had the railroad out there, motherfucker. Everything is a hill. Whole Pennsylvania on the goddamn hill. Well, Pittsburgh and all that Sharon and all that shit's on the hill. Mm. So how much you make a year? That's interesting though. Mm. Well, you can always refile though. Bankruptcy ain't nothing. It's just to get you out of debt for real. I just figured out some game. You know, you can file as an employee under the LLC. You all know that. You can file as your own employee under the LLC and pay yourself once a year and get it all back in tax time. Free game. Mm. So you still live. So what do you do for work? We was thinking about opening a store in Pennsylvania too. I was thinking about opening another location in Pennsylvania. The revenue in Ohio is damn near dead. New York is cool. I ain't got no beef with New York. New York legalizing everything too. I never been to Chicago. I've been through Chicago, but I never actually stopped in Chicago. I had to go to Minnesota, so I drove through Chicago. You gotta drive through Chicago to where I'm coming from to get to Minnesota. I'm not Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. I'm sorry. Yeah, they got a big ass mall out in Minnesota too. That American Mall is big as hell, but it's so big, it just got the same stores in it though. I'm motherfucker got goddamn amusement park in. It's big as hell. Got amusement park in and everything. I don't know nothing about being kidnapped, bro. I've never been held without my against my will. Yeah, but the Mall of America is big as hell. Then they got a big ass shoe outside. A shoe like 17 feet. It's nice though. I'm thinking about it. They got a whole bunch of stores in that joint. A lot of the same ones though. So in one store out of it, you can go downstairs and the other one to have it. You see a lot of ball players in there too. Baseball, football, basketball. Then that's when you really get to see the difference. Joe State and another state. Like Ohio, we don't get that many sports teams. Or Youngstown on. Hmm. Oh, you got a YouTube channel too? Put it in the comments, man. I'll subscribe to your joint. I ain't a hater. Well, that's your channel. Pennsylvania Railroad's official channel. I'm about to look you up. Subscribe to your joint. Oh, that's fine. I just subscribe to your playlist. I ain't a hater. I got a playlist too. You can go on our channel and listen to all our music too. Find out when our next shows is. We do a lot of shows live too. And you just tap in and follow the show, listen to the music. I'm gonna do this album live. When we release it on the release date, I'm performing live. Yeah, for sure. I ain't a hater, bro. Yeah, but that's when you really get to see the difference between your state and another state. When you go out of town, you get to see the difference. Because the Minnesota Twins dudes be in that mall, and you see the different type of money. I seen a couple Minnesota Timberwolves in there too. You never know. I don't think cavemen really talk that much. I don't really think cavemen talk that much. Yeah, man, that fooled me, man. That they said dude who set off that bomb in front of Trump Tower. They said that wasn't even him in there. They said the cadaver had a bullet in his head, and his DNA didn't match his child. Which I don't understand how they took the baby's DNA and his to compare it if he was really in there. But I don't know. But they said it wasn't him. Dude went on the what's dude Ryan or some Sin Ryan, whatever his podcast is, and got the email up, and dude said it wasn't him. He was still alive. Who you think turned it into weapons in World War II? Who, who you think helped us with World War II? They weren't from Earth. Ask Eisenhower. He was the one met with him and offered us up and our animals up for their technology. And then 2 years later, the Blackbird was made. I ain't never been to no Diddy party. I wouldn't eat nothing from Diddy anyway. I wouldn't drink or eat no food from Diddy, period. I wouldn't even go to his party, period. But motherfucker's been hip to Puff for years. It's just that he had a lot of fixers. Some of them died off. Some of them just got away from him. So now they can't fix his problems anymore. That's why he's sitting in jail. Puff had a lot of fixers over the years. He was still throwing parties like he was in college. He just got it to the point where he was real. He was, he was at the top of the food chain. But it all results back to what he did at the beginning. He threw parties at the beginning, and he threw parties at the end. That was his thing, throwing parties. He's been doing that since college, in high school. So he's been doing all that shit, giving people date rape, drugs. He's been doing that shit since high school. Yeah, they crashed in Germany first. They definitely did. And that's why it was a rush. Because they crashed in Germany first. And then we didn't want them. And then they crashed in Roswell. And Eisenhower sent one of his top lieutenants and his top generals to go meet with him. And they wouldn't let him in. What the fuck is that place in Roswell? The fucking base or whatever. It'll come to me in a second. But they wouldn't let him in. Said he didn't have a clearance. So he went back to Eisenhower and told him they wouldn't let me in. Area 51. He went back to Eisenhower and told Eisenhower they wouldn't let me in. So then Eisenhower called Area 51 and told him, look, I'm sending my general back down there. And if y'all don't let him in, I'm going to come down there with the First Army and take the whole fucking base. I said, excuse me, I'm going to come down there with the First Army and take the whole fucking base. I'm the president of the United States. How the hell you going to have to tell me I ain't got clearance on the base in my country? I'm going to take the whole fucking base. So he sent his general back and they let him in. And then once he met with him, he said, you got to meet with the president. And he met with him and he told him, look, what do you want? And they said, we want to test you and we want to test your animals. He said, what do we get in return? He said, what do you want? He said, we want your technology. We want everything. And we let you test and we let you abduct whatever you got to do to our population and our cornfields and our animals, whatever you need to do. But we want your technology. And not even 2 years later, the Blackbird was made. Our planes went from propellers to jets in 2 years. That was in 1945. I think it crashed 1945, 1947. Between 1947 and 1945, they crashed. By 1949, the Blackbird was in the air. And then that's when the Project Blue Book and all that shit came out. But that was just a cold front. Mm-mm. It was no, it was 1945. It was during Hitler's reign in Europe. And that was another reason why he wanted it, because Hitler had got their technology, and that's how he created that sub that wasn't detected. Premier technology. And they found out about it. That's how Hitler got that submarine that was undetectable from them. And so, is day one or what? Yep. So, credit all this technology to Eisenhower. He created the Men in Black and all that shit. Eisenhower did. Yep, Eisenhower created all that technology and took us into where we at today. That's what LeBron said. Queen LeBron. I'm a Lakers fan. I can't stand that motherfucker. But that shit's been out though. People just not paying attention to it. That shit's been out. I think the Stranger Things show just came on with one of the episodes. And Isaiah was supposed to be meeting with him, and they supposed to one of the show. They got his wife. They take control of her mind and making sign a deal, but that ain't what really happened. He signed that deal willingly. He was smart enough to see the future though, to be able to see the foresight of that technology would take us in the next wave of the future, and it had. They had cell phones back then. They just wasn't available to the public yet, but they had cell phones back then. They gave us all our technology. That's how we became the strongest in the nation, in the world, because of them. They made us the strongest. But they also told us we couldn't use nukes anymore. We couldn't use Hiroshima or Nagasaki, which was the two nukes we dropped on Japan. Don't know, man. Epstein was a double agent. Yeah, that's true too. But we did. We dropped. Everybody think we only dropped one nuke on Japan. We dropped two, a week apart. That's how we. That's how we was able to go up in Germany, and we didn't have to worry about Japan fucking with us because we tapped them out. We just gonna blew them out the way. Could have been. Man, I only thought it was two, but it could have been three. No, we hit their ass with some nukes. Epstein was the motherfucker. Epstein was He's a motherfucker. But he had to go. He was a double agent, though. Epstein made his money off of blackmailing people. He made trillions off of that shit. Because all the motherfuckers like fucking with young girls. We got them all on tape. That's where Puff got that shit from. Epstein. For sure. Yeah, we tore their ass up. But you know, we ain't had no choice. I mean, Japan. I mean, Hitler told Japan, don't fuck with us yet. He made a reference about coming over here, but he told them don't fuck with, and they jumped the gun, and they went to attack Pearl Harbor. We said, okay, we gonna fuck y'all up, and we gonna fuck them up. But this how we gonna fuck y'all up first, so we ain't gotta worry about y'all. We gonna hit y'all with these two nukes that we got from these motherfuckers that done fail. They didn't give us the motherfucking capabilities to drop these motherfucking nukes. We're gonna disintegrate you motherfuckers and tap y'all out. It's gonna take y'all fucking 90 years to get back. Then we gonna go over here in 6 months and slaughter this motherfucker who we think tough. Like you was conquering Europe and all that, motherfucker, but we a different animal. And we went over to Germany and crushed him in 6 months. Hitler had been conquering niggas for about 5 years. We went over there and crushed that motherfucker in 6 months. Yeah, for sure. But they killed a lot of people on Pearl Harbor, though. A lot of motherfucking sailors died that day. That was the only time we was really attacked from another country. And that was the last time we was attacked from another country like that. Ain't another one did it since. United States is tyrants, man. They're the first tyrants, man. Believe that. They've been conquering and killing and eating, conquering everything they kill for years. Years on years on years on years on years. That's why they don't like us. And we can't be tried for war crimes. So we can go over another country and fuck that motherfucker up and can't be tried for the shit we doing. We killing everything. Kids, women, men, grandkids. We don't give a fuck. Yeah, but they pay for that too. I mean, but see, that was different though. You know, they hijacked our shit and hit the plane, hit the buildings. All right, cool. That wasn't like Pearl Harbor though. But they yeah, and they paid for it too. Fuck that motherfucker up for 20 years. We was over there kicking their ass. 20 years? Shit. Who won? Then Bin Laden thought he was cool. We wouldn't got him 5 years after that. Hunted him down and gunned him down too. And then when they asked for his body, we said, yeah, in the water with the sharks. Go get him. United States is a motherfucker, man. I'm trying to listen, man. All these countries we going over here talking shit and all that. Man, look. They know what's up. When the motherfucker come out and say we can fight all the war, we can defend the United States on all four fronts at the same time, you got some heat. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. It might have been 2011. I know Obama went on there and told him, yeah, he did already when he gave that speech. It wasn't about we about to go over there and fuck with him. No. Hey, I smoked homie. I ain't need no clearance from none of y'all. Well, how you know it was him? Yeah, we took his DNA. Yeah, it was him. We smoked him. Yeah, smoked him. What, he thought he got away? You don't want war with the United States, bro. That's one country you do not want war with, bro. Because we don't give a fuck. We will blow a whole continent up. We don't give a. But when you fuck with us, we will blow it. That's the only thing I like. That's the one thing about this country, man. We gorillas. When you fuck with us, it's war. We declare war, yeah, you better move everything that you love out the way. Get out that country. Because we coming to tear that, and we coming to tear it up from the ground up. We blowing up buildings, whole country. Then we gonna give you the money to build your shit back. gonna blow your shit up and then say, all right, now look, here goes some money to build your shit back. You shouldn't have fucked with us though. Well, here goes some money to build your shit back. Man, it don't matter who you is. You fuck with the U.S., you're done. You're done. You're done. You can talk that big boy shit. You can. That's why everybody just be trying to. Yeah. Well, the Civil War was different. You know, that was Britain back in the South. But you see what happened. You see what happened, right? They don't tell you about when the South lost, right? That the North went and liberated every fucking slave home, every slave owner through the South. They killed every one of them motherfuckers that was still there. They don't tell you that. That when the North won, they went down to the South and liberated the whole South. If you know what liberation means, you know what I mean. They executed slave owners, slave wives, the slave owners' wives, the slave owners' kids. They killed everybody. Only person was left on the plantation was the slaves, and they told them, "It's yours." They don't tell motherfuckers that. Yeah, that's a fact. When they beat the South, you think they just stopped? They went through the South and tore that motherfucker up. Yeah. Slave owners had to get on their horse and chariots and all that shit and get the fuck out of there. Cause they was coming, and then they was letting the soldiers and the ex-slaves kill their old slave masters. And then move on to the next town. And tell the slaves, hey man, that's yours. Yeah, for sure. They don't tell you that. Yeah. It's a fact. I think the only movie had that shit in was the Will Smith movie, Emancipation. That was the only one I seen where they had all different slaves. They had white slaves in that movie. They had Asian slaves in that movie. They had black slaves in that movie. But they actually shown after the war, the armies went down to the South and they liberated every fucking plantation in the South. From one part of the South to another. And they went from town to town to town. And they killed all the slave owners. For sure. Hung them, burnt them, shot them, whatever. They murdered them motherfuckers. And kept it moving. They ain't even stay to sit and chill and maybe get some food. No. Knock these motherfuckers down, get to the next town. That's how the slaves ended up with all that property down there. But what the government do? They come with some other bullshit. The South did and said, okay. The ones that wasn't involved in that, they was in the politics, and said, okay, well, they don't know how to count and they don't know how to read. So all we got to do is tax them on the land. They don't even know how to pay land. They don't know how to count money. And then we can seize the land back. And then make them still work in the slave fields, in the plantation fields, and pay them little or nothing to work. Because they couldn't be slaves anymore. So, for everybody that said, well, 40 acres and a mule, they gave it to us already when they liberated us. But they were smart enough to say, okay, well, they knew arithmetic and reading. So they said, okay, well, they don't know how to read, they don't know how to count. So all we got to do is say, okay, well, yeah, you own this land, but you owe us property tax. What the fuck is that? Oh, you can't pay it? We don't even know how to pay anything. We've been slaves for 100 years. Don't even worry about it. Now we own it again. And that's how they got the land back. So, in all actuality, I hate to say it, they gave us all 40 acres and a mule. We just wasn't smart enough to keep it. And that's a fact. They gave it to us, though. That's what he meant by 40 acres and a mule, because he went down and liberated the whole South. Lincoln went and liberated the whole South and gave all the land to the slaves. But the slaves wasn't smart enough, and they had no education to be able to keep the land and pay property tax. So when they couldn't pay the property tax, the land was what? Seized back by the government. Same thing they do today. You don't pay your property tax, what happened to your land? It gets seized by what? The government. And that's when it started. That's when that situation started. You know what I mean? They said they couldn't keep us, they couldn't beat us by force anymore, they beat us by knowledge. Yeah. So that's the truth about 40 acres and a mule. They gave it to us already. Lincoln gave us 40 acres and a mule. But Lincoln couldn't teach us all rap, math, and arithmetic, so what could we do? That's why he said, when we liberated us, put them on a boat and send them back to Africa. Don't leave them here, because they'll never be equal. But nobody got back on the boats and went back to Africa. Everybody stayed here when we should have went back. He said it. Put them back on the boats and send them back to Africa. But we stayed here because he said they would never be equal, which is a fact. But we stayed. And we've been going through this hardship ever since. When we should have got back on the same boats that brought us over this motherfucker, we should have went back home. But we stayed and became African Americans, and we had to play catch up when we was already behind for 100 fucking years. Now I ain't gonna say everybody ain't go back. Some of them probably did go back. I wasn't born around that time, but the majority of the people stayed. They settled here. They moved to the West Coast. They moved up north. Some of them became educated. Some of them didn't. But in all actuality, we should have went back because we wasn't slaves in Africa. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They was still Europe was still had slaves. Europe didn't give a fuck because one thing about what other people don't understand is the slave trade was like selling drugs. Everybody did it. They didn't care what color you was. They enslaved blacks. They enslaved whites. They enslaved Asians. It was like the drug market. Everybody done it. So just depending on who you was, you know. You might be a slave, but you was white. You might not get treated as bad as the black ones, but you was a slave. You was an Indian, you was enslaved. If you was Asian, you was enslaved. It didn't matter. They enslaved whatever. Human trafficking was huge. That was big money back then, and everybody done it. That's just the way the world worked back then. But I'm not a history teacher, so I'm just giving y'all some easy game. Yeah, they could. But everything either come on boats or trains, boats, trains, and planes. That's how we, that's how we get all our supplies. Damn, PA about to get 7 to 9 inches tonight. That's crazy. But PA did be getting nailed when it comes to snow, though. I can't lie. He be getting nailed. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Them harbors been going. It's been some funny shit going on in them at them ports right now too. I said the dock workers been walking out because they tired of hearing people screaming in them damn boxes. I can believe it. They saying some of them motherfucking some of them carts ain't on the dockets, ain't on the manifests. None of that shit. It's bad, man. Human trafficking is big business. Then you got organ drink. Then you got organs industry. That's big business. Yeah, and it's crazy because the only thing the United States export is weapons, bullets and guns. You know what I'm saying? We don't import. We get everything imported. We don't export shit but bullets and guns. That's it. Only thing we send out is bullets and guns. As far as the United States is concerned, I ain't talking about private dealers. Like, you know what I mean? Independent contractors. I'm not talking about that. But as far as the United States go, where the crate that says United States supplies, anything we send out is bullets and guns. Tanks, planes, bullets and guns. That's it. But we export, we import everything. Everything. From everything you wear to everything you eat. They even trying to kill farmers. They want them out of business too. They trying to buy up all their land. I wasn't really in the Twilight Zone. It used to come on too late for me. I mean, I never really stayed up to watch the Twilight Zone. Unsolved Mysteries is better. Mm-mm. If you gonna watch, I'd rather watch X Files than the Twilight Zone. That's crazy because everything that's on the X Files now is starting to come true. It's crazy, right? Motor. I thought my phone died. Watching this shit about Trump ass. Supreme Court saved his ass. But what people don't know is they dropped it with they dismissed it with prejudice. So when he get out of office in 4 years, they can this shit here. I'm gonna show y'all. Hold up.
Small businesses that would not pay their rent or their mortgage. That's going to be my first priority. But, if the president is trying to take away the rights and freedoms of the American people or abusing his office, I'm certainly going to stand up and defend our country and our Constitution.
Let's talk quickly about the president-elect's cabinet picks. Kash Patel for FBI director. That comes against the backdrop of this latest terror attack in New Orleans. You, of course, serve on the Judiciary Committee. If Kash
Yeah,
Patel
Supreme Court came back and made that ruling
you've been quite critical of him.
because
Well, first
they
of all,
was trying to protect the integrity of the United States, which I can understand, but they dropped it. They dropped his federal cases with prejudice. But once he get out of office, it's a problem. Feds got up to 10 years, but his indictment ain't gonna go nowhere because he's already been indicted. So to try to dismiss that indictment forever is impossible until he's convicted. So they dismissed it with prejudice until his ass is out of office. And they gonna come back and get his ass. New York gonna sentence his ass. They ain't gonna send it. They ain't gonna put him in jail. But the problem with that is he gonna be a felon. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Then he gonna be able to sit in office as a fucking. And they gonna indict him. They gonna convict him as a felon before he's inaugurated. So he's going in as a felon. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I be telling people the state and the feds is two different governments. Wild out here, man. But I tell you what, to all fellas out there, we got a break in action, baby. We got a break in action. I'm not understanding how the Twilight Zone protected the Matrix. Predicted the Matrix. I don't know about that one. But maybe, I don't know. That's something new to me. But at the end of the day, man, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Stand up to cancer. Stand up to cancer. Not all multimillionaires build their wealth the same way you have. If you're listening,
Shit.
it's like
Right now, it ain't even no lower, it ain't even no middle class. It's either you rich or you poor. Ain't no in between. That's wild, right? I was raised in an era where it was a middle class. Ain't no middle class no more. Either you rich or you poor. And that's that. Figure that shit out.
Welcome back. Former President Jimmy Carter,
Then all these fucking stores is closing around the country.
is lying in
It's
proposed
bad out here, man.
in Atlanta after he passed away last Sunday.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter passed away. That was wild too.
Hospice care.
Carter was a good president.
Podcast 11 times. In 1976, he talked about wanting to bridge the country's divides just days before becoming the Democratic nominee in his first run for president.
I think the American people resent being put in boxes, and I always avoided that myself.
Yeah, Carter was decent.
Obviously, since the beginning of this calendar year,
This country been divided, man. Since the beginning of time. Since they founded this goddamn place. Everybody just act like this shit just started. This shit been started. We've been divided.
So when I say I'm going to manage a government of tough, competent business like me, and also deal with the sensitive things about people on human rights, civil rights, and environmental quality, I don't believe there's as much alienation of groups as there was before.
I think Carter only did one term though, right? How many terms did Carter did? One or two? My nigga Carter though. He ain't died of 2024 though. He lived a long. Y'all lived a lot of them motherfuckers.
25 years in the automotive industry.
He might have been the last president that was elected in the 70s besides. And I think Bush Sr. died too, if I'm mistaken, right? Is Bush Sr. dead? I think Bush Sr. dead too.
I wanted to help you.
He outlived all them motherfuckers.
I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously.
I think only ones that's left that was a president is Bush Jr., Obama, and I think Trump, right? If I ain't mistaken. Somebody put in the comments how many presidents is left. That's alive. I think it's Bush Sr., Bush Jr., Obama, and I think Trump. I think that's it. I don't think none of them other ones is alive. I might be wrong though. I think the majority of them is dead though. I appreciate everybody that tapped in tonight on this Monday morning. Like, follow, subscribe, man. Go get some of the merch, NBR merch. Go download some of the music. Go check us out. Everything's on the page. Go follow us on all our links, all our social media accounts, from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook. But yeah, I think I might have to look that up and see how many sitting presidents are alive still. Carter might be. I don't know. I think Bush Sr. gone too though. So I think Carter might have been the last one if I'm mistaken. I gotta look that up and see when Carter was. See when he was the last one. country been divided. They need to do something about all these stores closing, man. Big Lots closing. Fucking only motherfucker ain't closing is Walmart. Shit. I think Sears is closing. JC Penney's closing. GameStop closing. Like all these motherfuckers closing, man. They closing all the malls. What the fuck? Between Amazon and Walmart putting everybody out of business. Put everybody out of business. They should let him in. When that motherfucker from Walmart said, hey man, I got a deal. We can sell everything in one store. And all the motherfuckers said, fuck you. He meant that shit. He said, I'm gonna put all you motherfuckers out of business. And he meant that shit. Every bit of it. And he did just that. In less than 15 years, he put every one of them motherfuckers out of business. Everyone out of business. Ain't none of them motherfuckers open right now. Toys R Us closed. Children's Palace closed. All them motherfuckers closed. Best Buy holding on to buy a thread. Circuit City closed. All them motherfuckers closed.
Welcome back to the panelists here at MCGUFFEY.
Shit, even the movie theaters is closing.
Jonathan Martin, Politics Bureau Chief and Senior Political Columnist.
It's bad, man.
Simone
This country
Sanders,
through.
former Chief Spokesperson to Vice President Harris and co-host of The Weekend. And Mark Short, former Chief of Staff to Vice President Mike Pence. Thanks to all of you for being here on a very busy Sunday. Carol, let me kick it off with you. You heard Senate Majority Leader John Thune say that his relationship with President-elect Trump is evolving. I thought it was a fascinating answer. And it kind of
Yeah, Trump ain't trying to beef with them motherfuckers. He's almost put his ass in jail.
That's right, and he essentially
Good looking,
describes
bro.
this as a business relationship, saying that they have shared goals when it comes to achieving the policy agenda. And that's
Shit, Trump just said, man, I'm about to back Ukraine. He tried to put a peace deal with Russia. Russia told him, fuck you. He said, all right.
high expectations of the
Well, guess what? I'm sending them weapons too. Fuck it.
House and White House. And
And told Putin, you better not be moving around this bitch or I'm knocking your ass off too.
about what is actually going to be possible.
Cause you don't want to have no peace. You want to keep.
This relationship
Well, I think what pissed everybody off is when Putin went and got them motherfuckers from Korea. Once he went and got them soldiers from Korea and had them on the front line, they said, "Oh yeah, this is too much." Then he running around burning Korean troops' faces so they don't know if they Asian or not. But they done captured some of them now, so he can't get that one off. They done captured some of them Korean dudes now, so that's over with. Cat's out the bag, buddy. But you know you getting your ass kicked when you got to go recruit another motherfucking race to help you fight your battle. You know you getting your ass whooped. But, you know, nobody likes a bully, man. Nobody likes a bully.
I mean, can this get done? This big, massive bill?
No, I hate agreeing with J Mark. I think you got it right. It is going to create an expectation. It's difficult. I think there's going to be pressure on in the beginning with the nominations to get it confirmed, but getting two budget reconciliation bills done was always impossible. I think Speaker Johnson
That pissed them off when they went and got them Korean soldiers.
take a long time.
That pissed them off.
This spring, you're going to have a debt ceiling fight. You're going to have another continuing resolution. They should have passed one continuing resolution for the entire year. Pushing off just to March creates an enormous struggle for Speaker Johnson. And as Johnson said, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure if that bill fails to fund the government, that then the president's going to blame Speaker Johnson for that.
Sure is a big first test. Let's talk about the Democrats. I thought the conversation with Leah Schumer was fascinating.
That was a bad move. He shouldn't have did that.
Didn't answer that directly. There's obviously a lot of soul searching going on right now in the Democratic Party. What did you make of what the president leadership?
Well, I was very surprised that when you asked the question about mental acuity, he didn't more forcefully push back. The question on the table is the president all the way there? And the answer is unequivocally
Then,
yes. Now, people can say that you feel as though President Biden might be a little too old to do the job, but he's doing the job, and his mental acuity is there. So I think that there's a conflation of two things.
then,
Is his mental
on top of
capacity
that, they got to knocking his goddamn generals down.
old as he is.
That pissed, that fucked them up.
Look, these people that know Joe Biden,
That scooter bomb was cold. He took a book out of Israel playbook. That was cold. Hitting them with that scooter bomb, knocking that general down. That was a cold move. I said, ooh, that was pretty dope. Plant that motherfucker right outside his apartment building. As soon as he walked out, boom! They gave that dude $100,000 for that shit too. $100,000 to plant that bomb. Ukraine ain't fucking around. And they got that money too. They paying motherfuckers. Yeah, you want to get down with us? Yeah, we give you 100 grand. Go on, let us know what you know.
The Democrats and with friends like these, okay, the Democratic friends that Joe Biden has had, I do think that he understands the nature of where things are going, which is why he pardoned his son, because the president-elect has been very clear about his ire and what he wants to do to his son. So after everything Joe Biden has done, do you really expect him to go out on a high note for his last surviving son because Chuck Schumer would like it to be so?
Let's talk about the notice of the law. We've been reporting Carol's going to be 2 major changes.
They still mad about him pardoning his son.
Rosie was in
Trump pardoned Lil Wayne. Shit. Soldier Boy. I mean, Lil Wayne. Kodak Black. Who gives a fuck? You think that man was about to lay down with his wife every night, knowing he had the chance to free his son? His wife would have told him, "You're not coming to bed with me until you free our baby." He had no choice. He had no fucking choice. Who in here wouldn't have freed their son if they had the power to? Who the fuck wouldn't? You gonna let your son, and I got control of the prison he going to? I'm freeing my baby. I ain't about to not free him just to make somebody else happy. That's my son. That's one thing that's the difference between some races. Other races would have let now we just gonna let him go to jail. Man, ain't like, hell no. His wife like, you're not coming to bed with me. Throwing our baby in motherfucking jail, you could have freed him. Was you crazy? You better make that happen. Or sleep on the couch. And he already lost one son. So, hell no. Ain't happening. I respect him more for freeing his son. I respect him more for that.
Jake, I need you to pull yourself together right now, okay?
Y'all with me late too. What time is it? Yeah. We gonna end this live. It's 3 in the morning. Like, follow, subscribe. And we out. Holla.